I don't know who you are or where you come from, but I love you. Hey everybody, it is Margaret and welcome to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. Oh my goodness, don't freak out. I am at the thrift store alone. I was kind of freaking out. But I thought, hey, let's do this. Let's get a little follow me around the thrift store video. But I am also going to be sharing with you a few things to look for at the thrift store that you might have overlooked or not realized that you should look a little bit closer at while we're there. The first things I realized that I have not been looking close enough at are umbrellas. I know you're thinking, Margaret, it's an umbrella, really? But there are umbrellas, whether they be vintage or designer, that might be overlooked because, maybe same thing with the thrift store employees. They're like, oh, it's just umbrellas. And they just go put them where the umbrellas go. I didn't end up looking at that red and blue one. And I'm kind of ashamed of it now because one of the ones I'm actually going to be showing you is a red and blue one. Firstly, these are some that were sorted from highest to lowest. So we're looking at this Baroque print, of course, Tiffany and Company. And then this is a vintage Buick advertising umbrella that sold for maybe $224. Here are a couple of Hermes umbrellas. And this is Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. This is a Disney one. So there are umbrellas that can sell for a pretty high profit. So might take a moment to peek at the umbrellas when you're at the thrift store. Next up, y'all, don't shoot the messenger, but laser discs. All right. Not all laser discs. Oh, somebody was calling. So I end up going through all these laser discs and thinking, is this something that I should be looking at or looking for? And I did, when I got home, search to see. I thought maybe this one, North by Northwest, might have been a good one. Some of them that were more classics or like cult favorites. But there are some, as I will show you in just a second, that if you see them, this is one I thought, hey, maybe that's one. No. There are some that can fetch a pretty good profit. So if you are able to just keep one or two on your radar, then that would be good. Let me flip through the rest of these really quickly so we can look at what's out there that you should be looking for. So what I found that were ones you should definitely look for, it tends to lean towards Japanese ones. So it might be like this, 007, but it's Japan. Mission Impossible, Japan. So if you see any that are Japanese, then that's, now this Die Hard one, at first I thought, oh, that was there, oh my gosh. So I was starting to panic because I saw, oh, I left that behind. And then I scrolled some more, and then there were a couple that were like $15. So I think it was just a fluke. Anyway, moving on. I'm looking through the lamps here, and I do see another Tiffany style lampshade. I did not end up getting this, which maybe was a poor choice on my part. I have a Tiffany lampshade that I haven't listed sitting in my workroom right now. So that was probably my reasoning, looking at this going, what am I doing? But now I think I really should have gotten this. I didn't see a price tag on it, but it was something that I think I could have sold. This one sold for $59, and I don't think it's quite as pretty as the one I saw at the thrift store. This is the one, basically I have this one that's got a little bit of damage, but mine looks just like that, sitting on my floor right now. Anyway, take a peek at these. Some of them, that's a small one, this small shade, and they're still selling for a pretty good profit. And just like with other things, I'm going to be talking more about that in a minute, people are looking for something specific, so they're willing to pay for something that is specifically what they want. I just wanted to comment on how good the bottom photo looks with a light under it. Next up, I'm looking at frames, and at first I kind of kicked myself for not getting this. It's like a silver plate frame, and it ended up not being something that would sell for that much, maybe $10, $15. So I'm glad now I didn't get it. There's another frame that I'm going to show you here in just a sec. It's very, people are particular about their frames. This was another cool one that I was like, oh, that's kind of fun. And it might have been a good pickup, but I think, what was this one? I think that one was about $4. Yeah, and I have sold frames, but I guess I wasn't feeling it. But that one, I now kind of think maybe I should have gotten it. This one I'm getting because I promised my sister that I would buy salt lamps when I found them again. I passed some up a while back. The one I just bought is a USB one that you could like plug into your computer at work. So yeah, I ended up getting it, and I'll either give it to her or I'll keep it, probably. I'm looking at these clocks, and I like clocks that make noise, and so do other people. This one is working, but I don't know if the bird sounds work because the batteries are not there. So I was like, well, I'm just going to pass on that. As many of you know, I'm just kind of getting back into selling hard goods again, or getting my feet wet doing that. So I'm trying to be particular so I don't end up with a backlog of stuff in my workroom, because I've focused so much on jewelry and smalls and mugs and things like that lately that I haven't really branched out a lot. So I'm kind of excited to get my feet wet again, as they say. Do they say? All right. This is a cool box. I didn't buy it. I'm going to tell you up front. And I don't know. What goes in this box? I don't even know. It's something cool, whatever it is, I've decided. And because the box is cool, it clearly must also be cool. But I didn't get it. Isn't it cool? It automatically like flops down when you open the top though. Whoop. And I don't think I saw a price on it either. Of course, I gotta fix it. And there. Let's keep looking. And y'all let me know if you see something that I pass up, because I'm sure I am. I am sure I am. And the thing is, too, is I'm learning that things I would have normally picked up before are not selling for what they used to. I actually shot a whole bunch of footage at another thrift store the day before this, but I did such a poor job I had to trash it all. It was really bad. And I was looking things up like, wow, I would have normally picked this up, but nope, not this time. So it's interesting. Like, I feel like I'm relearning a lot of stuff. Paper cutter. Ah, here we go. There was something in there. I can feel it. I can feel it. Dun, da, da, da. It is a label maker, one of those embossing label makers, and tape. Are you kidding me? I have one that I've had since I was a kid. It was my family's, but it ended up coming with me. I still have it. My kids play with it. But it's not a big one like this. So I'm definitely glad I got it, because here are some vintage Dymo labels. Not just Dymo, but other brands make them. This one sold on auction for $59. Here's another 45, 34. Flipper Tools wasn't working for me today, so I couldn't tell you what the actual selling price was. This one sold for 28. I think the whole kit and caboodle there was $3. That's the one I had. I have to show you. That's the one I actually have. Well, it looks just like that one. Anyway, so Rotex is another brand as well. So even the little ones can sell, depending, like, let's say you find it at a garage sale for $1. You know, mine could still sell for $15, right? So, pretty cool, pretty cool. I can't decide now if I'm going to sell that or not. I already have a little one. Come on, I need to sell it. Sell that big one. Oh, looking through these bins. Let me know if y'all see anything. The Goodwills that we had back in Houston, the ones I went to, didn't have like new stuff. The ones here have, I know, remote controls. I don't know anything about them. My sister's a Virgo. I got this for her. I'm getting this. It's going in the cart for my sister. Let's see what else here. They had these pods. They're like paw pods for like cremated remains, I think. You could bury your pets. Or I wonder if it's like not just for cremated. Like, what if you got a hamster? You're just like, what am I going to do? Bury the hamster in the pod? Really, what do people with hamsters do? I guess they shoebox it. Sorry if that's a trigger for you. And gosh, my laughter was probably not appreciated either. Well, nervous laughter. What are you going to do? All right, there's some pony beads. These are some, I'm going to say recipes, but it's not recipes. Patterns, that's the word. And then I hold on to these socks for a minute. I don't end up getting them. But they're Star Wars socks. And the reason I don't get them, they're one of those like 12 days of socks kind of deal. Smell that. Is just Star Wars is really saturated right now. I didn't even look it up, so y'all might be yelling at me, telling me, wow, why didn't you get it? But I didn't. And then, let's see what else we see here. Water pitchers, and I like to look in containers. Nothing at home. Nobody's home. Is that a Cuisinart? And the thing is, when I watch these two, a lot of times I'm like, I can't believe I missed that. Is that what I think it is? Little fan. Look at that row of plugs. And I asked the guy later, like, where's a plug? Duh, they're right there. Because I was going to plug in the... Now, looking at the plugs, I see them. Scanning across the purses. I didn't see any purses or bags that I... Y'all holler at me if you see some that you think are grab-worthy. I'm noticing more and more signs like these with like the words and phrases on them, not just at this thrift store, but pretty much all of them. I guess people are over it and they're done like having kitschy signs. I don't know. You guys that sell them in your antique booths, because I know a lot of people put them in their booths. Are they still selling there? Maybe they are. Maybe they're selling in booths better than... I just am seeing a lot more of them at the thrift stores. Don't know. I'm still on the lookout for a lick the bowl one. I need it for my bathroom. I posted a picture. Somebody had put one of them, life is short, lick the bowl, and they had it in their bathroom. I really, I'm on the lookout. I'm not joking. I totally want it because it would make someone laugh if they walked into my bathroom. Can't touch this. I didn't see any... The pug, I thought about getting it because I knew there's a lot of pug people. But then, again, I'm like, well, maybe people are over signs. I don't know. So I second guess myself. Isn't that fun? To second guess oneself. What else we got over here? Alright, pots and... I don't know a ton about pots and pans, but I always look for Le Creuset. Y'all drop me a brand you look for when you got pots and pans and things like that. That's mine. I give you one, you give me one. Le Creuset, go. And then, yeah, I kind of glaze over when I look at the small appliances like that, the coffee pots and whatnot. Then, this is all the metal doodads. You just never know what you're going to find, you know? Metal doohickeys. And this little train, if it had the stopper. I know you can get them, but as I say, I'm just kind of jumping back in, so I want to make sure I'm easy on myself. This I do get. I like little jewelry boxes and trinket boxes. They're easy to ship, they're easy to list, and they make generally, you know, good profit. So, like, okay, I'll go ahead for that. You might see other things in my basket. I shot this out of order, or I pasted these together out of order. Pasted together. Use your fancy word. Edited. I did some video editing and chose to share those later. Then there are these, like, these are metal. The like swirly green. I liked them, but I didn't get them. I don't know. I mean, listing those, I wouldn't keep them in my house, I don't think, but... Alright, let me know if you see anything over here. What did I see? Oh, this cross with the nails on it. This had it's a music box as well, which I kind of thought about getting it. Bombay Company, but it's kind of chipped up, and again, I could have gotten, you know, one of those pens, but I didn't do it. I liked that a lot. Oh, I just noticed that it's got a hole in the bottom. Oh, it's even better the second time. Like a drain hole. Oh, darn. It's a cute pot. I liked it. Let's see, any baskets over here? Anything jumping out at me? This is where I got the frog one. If you saw it on my Instagram, the frog basket. Now I'm on the hunt, because that was cute. Cute. I was surprised he was still sitting there. I like that. And I personally am not into like wicker and woven things, but people are. There are people that like their wickery stuff. And this day that I came, it was like super crowded. And they were stocking like crazy. This was actually shot yesterday. But I went back today, and they were really... They must have had a ton of stuff donated recently, because almost every aisle had one of these, the, carts with the inventory. I can't think of my fancy words today, y'all. Yeah, that's an Elizabeth Arden, just kind of like a freebie bag that they would give their makeup in. The free, what do you call it? The reward makeup. There's a better word for that, but, Okay. Now, I'm looking at the candles. I don't normally buy used candles, but there are a couple of candles coming up that I didn't end up even looking them up, but maybe you can help me out with them. They look like this. They're kind of carved. They're tiki looking-ish, but then they're lava. Well, maybe I should have looked it up. Isn't that the whole point of this video? I know. And I just realized, as I'm looking at the video, there's a shelf sitter sitting there. There's a bamboo-looking one, kind of tiki-esque. Was it a shelf sitter? I thought I saw its legs hanging down. Maybe it was something else. No. It's a hook. Okay. Because I love shelf sitters. I'm like, how would I miss that? That's so weird. All right. I have a pirate shelf sitter in my living room on my shelf. And his name is Mr. Guts. Mr. F. Guts. The F stands for fish. So Mr. Guts sits on the bookshelf in my living room. And then, as I'm looking over here, I spy with my little eye something that is amazing. I don't know who you are or where you come from, but I love you. I think he's an incense burner, but doesn't he look like the mayor of Halloween Town? I couldn't find anything like this burner, so he came with me. $1.99, yes please. I mean, just look at him. He was like hollering at me from the shelf, "Hey Mom, don't forget me, don't leave me here." Okay, so he came into the cart and home with me. I don't know if I'm going to sell him or not yet. That's how much I like him. He makes me happy. But what am I going to do? He's just going to sit there. Maybe he'll sit next to Mr. Guts and yell at Mr. Guts all night. Oh, poor Mr. Guts. He's going to get an earful. Cat food dish. Yeah, again, that pot's kind of cool, like rustic looking with the yellow flowers on it. I always miss stuff, so I'm really, really trying to look closer at things when I'm there and not be rushed. But it never fails. Now, these I did look up. I couldn't find I found the brand, but I didn't, it's Taste Setter of, I can't remember, Taste Setter or something, but I didn't find those exact ones, but they didn't look like they were going to be anything great. I did put this in my cart for a minute. It's Seesaw Marjorie Daw, the nursery rhyme plate. And I thought, oh, this is vintage. This is kind of cool. $3. Maybe that's going to be worth something. No, it's not. Let me show you. It is not. So here are some solds. One sold for $8. Then these uranium glass ones sold. Could you imagine having like uranium glass for your baby to eat off of? Oh, the things we wish we'd known. So I do put it in my cart, but then I end up looking it up. I learned my lesson the other day. The video I was telling you about that I had to delete, there was a cast iron fish mold, like kind of like a cornbread mold, only they were fish. And I looked at it, and I think it was like $4 or $5. I looked at it, I set it down, I went out of the little area where it was in, and I was like, I need to go pick that thing back up. And I went back over there, and it was gone. I was like, why did I do that? Just put it in your cart, Margaret. Okay, brass. Always look at brass. This is the little brass gavel, and I looked it up, and here we are. We have some solds, $15, $19, $20. There's also some other ones that sold for around $25. And these were, not too long ago, so I'm pretty happy with that small pickup. It'll be easy to list and hopefully make me a nice little profit. So This little ginger jar would have been good, only I moved away from it, but the lid was missing. Ginger jars are usually worth taking a second look at. I've sold some for good money. Some are hit or miss, but there are some out there that could be good money. Again, dishes, my go-to is I always look for vintage or like Flow Blue, which I rarely find at thrift stores, but it's not impossible. Other than that, I don't know a ton about what to look for dishes. This cup spoke to me. This one's going to be for me. It says, Mom, I love the deco design, the gold. It says, I love you. Does it matter that my kids didn't get it for me? I don't think so. I know they love me. Don't look at that. You're going to look at that later. I've decided I didn't want to put, don't look, don't peek. I didn't want to put all the breakables down there, so I'm moving all of these things that we'll talk about in a minute onto the bottom. So Mom Mug, you get to come up top. Congratulations. Head of the class. It's a cute one. All right, so then, yeah, I mean, like I say, I know to look for true Flow Blue. My mom collects it. That's the only reason I know a lot about it. And so she's shown me, like, this is true Flow Blue. This is like they tried to manufacture it to make it look like Flow Blue. And then again, it's just because my mom collects it. I don't know if the demand is still there for it. I'm guessing so, because people like my mom want it. And I like to look at steins, but that didn't look exceptional. And then this, like, pottery wine glass. It looks like something you would get at the Renaissance Festival or something like that. But I also don't get that one either. I just don't. Let me know if you think that was a mistake. Then, not a whole lot is jumping out at me again. I thought those might be old, but I don't think they're really old. So this little, like, brown drip, it looks like almost like a honey pot, but it's a cookie jar. It's either a McCoy or Shawnee, probably. But I ended up looking it up, and they don't really sell for that much at all. If you think it was something else, but I think it was either McCoy or Shawnee, or there was one other option I was looking at. But I think those two are the ones that normally have USA at the bottom. I was trying to see what this was, and then I decided, it's just a ceramic little... Nah, never mind. Now these I liked personally, but I couldn't figure out what I would do with them, so I just left them behind. They were cute little... They're not coasters, they're just... Or maybe they are coasters. Are they coasters? I don't know. But whatever they are, I didn't end up getting them. So, well, let's leave this section. I looked at the mugs a little bit, but I have been having a little bit of trouble finding mugs that would bring enough profit. Maybe it's just the selection I've been seeing, or, I mean, I like picking up mugs, so it starts making me feel like, is it me or is it the mugs? No, I haven't found any that have been pickup worthy. You see, I mean, you look at them. Now I ask you, is this anything to get excited about? No. They're just like ho-hum, nothing fun and fancy, right? Okay, you're right, Margaret. It's not you. It's the mugs. There's my finger. I'll address that. Get it out of the way. Good job, Margaret. You did it. More mugs. Woohoo! There's somebody there, so I can't swing it around. Okay. And once again, I mean, there's a couple mugs here that I thought were cool, but I think this one was kind of pricey, and that's why I didn't get it. It was a big, yeah. That was cool. Good morning. I kind of liked that. But $3, pass. The other thrift store I went to, all of their glass and mugs and stuff were 75 cents. And I did buy a mug there, so I'll have to show you it in my, when I do a haul video. Bride-to-be, nah. See, but even still, like, the rest of these mugs there's nothing really I don't know. Nothing that really excited me as far as mug life goes. A little condiment jar is kind of cute, which I didn't even look at. And yeah, dog bowl, cat bowl, whatever. If you're seeing something that I am missing, apparently I'm just going to stare at this bowl for a hot second. Oh, I wanted to show you my dress. Did you see it? It's a galaxy dress, my space dress. I love it. I love it. Plastics, I don't look a whole lot at that either. What do y'all look for in the plastics? Every now and like, this is, I got a mug from this. It was like Opal House. Remember when I got the mandrel mug? That sold. These trays probably would have sold too. It was a Target line, and they had this mandrel on stuff. Those were kind of like a melamine. There's my dress again. Awesome. You knew you wanted to see it. There it is. Pots and pans again. Is this the same aisle? I don't think I went down the same aisle. Did I? Maybe I did. Or maybe this is a different thrift store. No, I'm back on this aisle. See how I edited? I was so good. That was supposed to go over there when I was talking about the ginger jar. And I edited it. Well, it was for suspense. We'll just call it suspense. These kind of look like that Willow house. Not Willow House. What is it called? Willow something. But she's got a missing hand. It would have been sweet, but girl's missing a hand. I spy with my little eye. Do you see it? Do you see it? A vanity mirror. This is coming home with me, and I'm going to sell it for a bunch of money. $6? Yes. So this is what I'm talking about with these vanity mirrors, with certain things that people want what they want. They want a certain style, they want a certain look, and they are willing to pay. So some of these that are sold for low, like $16.99, they could have gotten more. I feel like it. I mean, it's kind of just up to you as far as I want a quick sale or I want to wait, because people are looking for a specific style and they're willing to pay for it. I know I just said that, but here I want to show you. This is one that I sold personally for $100. I sold this on Etsy for $100. Here it is on Flipper Tools, so you can see I'm not telling a lie. That's on Flipper Tools. So I'm like, yes, I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to sell it. And yeah, Flipper Tools wasn't working for eBay for some reason, but it was working for Etsy. Weird. I don't know. Don't ask me why. It just was the way it was. But yeah, I mean, the whole thing about, say with the Tiffany lampshades or the vanity mirrors, you know, if somebody is looking for like a style of something, that's they're gonna pay what they want for it. So don't be afraid to ask a high price, because you can't get a high price if you don't ask for it. You know what I mean? That's all jewelry. They don't really sell jewelry. I mean, the Goodwills here have like jewelry that's mass produced. It's not donated jewelry, if you know what I mean. It's just meh. I don't know. Do you see anything else there that I missed? I'm not seeing anything at the moment. It's got a broken handle. Poor thing. Poor thing. It said Scentsy Lighthouse, so I was like, ooh. But then guess what? It's not the lighthouse. So, oh well. Bummer. Now, where are we going? Wouldn't you like to know? I would like to know too. Look at him. I did not get this little snowman. I mean, he kind of looks like a mashup between like Halloween Town and Christmas. Like when Christmas came to Halloween Town, he looks kind of creepy. So maybe I should have gotten him. Poor thing. But he got left behind. Oh well, can't win them all, snowman. Better luck next time. I didn't see him when I went. I went back today because I knew how much they were stocking. And I didn't see him, so somebody took him home. Mondays should be optional. You know why? Because you don't have a handle. Who has a coffee mug like that with no handle? Handles are not optional. Then, those are, I can't remember the style of it, but I think it's I don't even want to say because I'm going to get it wrong. I used to know. I did a lot more with ceramics when I first started, and I can't remember exactly. Okay, are we going down the toy aisle now? Or no, we're going to go look at the handbags, the little wristlets. I always look for Loungefly. This was a cute little fanny pack. I got it in my cart for a minute and then I put it back because I decided I didn't really need it. But I like to look for Loungefly, and what are some other ones? You just never know, like I say, what you're going to find, what brands. They wanted a bit for that fossil wristlet. So I did not end up seeing anything that I wanted to pick up here, but you let me know if you see something that maybe I should have. That billfold would have been okay. It needed a little bit of cleanup, but yeah. That was a Michael Kors wallet. Couldn't get it to snap, so meh. Then you often see a lot of like Ipsy bags in here. I like Ipsy, but man, you get too many bags. They gotta figure something else out. And some of them are cute, and some of them are just... The daisies were cute though, huh? That might have been a nice one. And then checkbook covers. Oh my gosh. Kenneth Cole. Yeah. So, I don't end up... Another fanny pack. No. That was a Betsy Johnson, but the handle on it over there, it was just trashed. It was so bad. It was pretty awful. Camo. Pass. That's for the rugged lady. No, she doesn't have to be rugged. Alright, so let's look at the games. Now, we've got this Canyon Chief train set. And this is one I do get. It was $15. And look, just the little power box sold for $50. And then the actual train set itself sold for $102. Now, it does say free shipping. I don't usually do free shipping. But I figured that was a pretty good... Here's my problem. There's a lot of new ones up there. So I did get it. We're going to put it together, make a video, see if it's working. But again, there are a lot of new ones still up there. So that might be a hiccup in my plan for getting a good profit on that. But if I sell it even for less than $100, it's still, I mean, I spent $15 on it. So, you know, I could still make a good profit. Perhaps someone will look for one that costs a little less. And if I have a video of it working, then that might boost my chances. Indeed. Lots of cool puzzles. I end up showing some more puzzles, and I don't usually risk it as far as buying puzzles that aren't sealed, because I don't want to put the puzzle together. This used to be a good pickup, Mindflex. I don't know if it still is or not. These little kits are fun, but yeah, this little llama string art. Do kids do string art? Is this a thing? Am I missing something here? I guess I do. I don't know. String art. Okay. Well, no. And there were a ton of these educational games that we would like have at our public school to make it seem like we were letting the kids have fun, but it was still really boring. They're not really fun games, honestly. There is a Coco puzzle there, and I looked at it without the camera on, and it was all like loose in there. If it was still sealed, oh, for sure I would have gotten it. More puzzles. Bowling and shuffleboard. More craft kits. Let me know if you see one. Rush Zone. I didn't even look at that. Now I'm looking at it. Some football board games can sell. Where the Wild Things Are. This is one I did look up. This was missing a few pieces. And even still, it wouldn't have been worth it because selling them with all the pieces, you know, it just wasn't that much, which is a bummer because I love that book. I love it. Again, I feel like maybe there was something I missed, but I don't think so. Yeah. I do end up finding a bunch of Nerf guns, and I feel like I'm trying to remember if I show them or not. Now I'm second guessing myself. I showed them in part of it where I was moving them around, but I'm like, did I show y'all? Did I end up pulling them up? When I'm looking through these toys, I do end up seeing a Paw Patrol semi-truck. Paw Patrol can sell. I'm wondering if it's one of those things that used to be like, oh my gosh, Paw Patrol, pick it up. To where maybe it's not as hot as it used to be. Let me know, you guys. Because I thought, oh, this is a really good find. This is like the whole semi from Paw Patrol. It is missing the back part, but it really wasn't selling for that much. I think they wanted $6 or $7 for it. And yeah, it wasn't. All right, so all these Nerf guns, none of them are ones. There are Nerf that can sell for a lot of money, but none of the ones I picked up were. They all ended up going to my kids because they need more Nerf guns. But pretty much all Nerf guns will have the name of it on there somewhere. So they're really quick and easy to look up to see if they can bring in a good profit, because you just don't know. And then the older ones can, and then if you find ones that have been modified, because it can be expensive. Oh, also, on the front of this, there was an attachment that wasn't on there. And so I dug around to find the little attachments that are on the shelves to put with your Nerf guns. Because sometimes they get pulled off. Kids are messing with it. The attachments get pulled off and they're on the shelf. Because I did find the attachment. I don't know if I show it in the video. I don't think I do. But I did find the attachment for that. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Go down there and leave me a comment. Let me know the answers to all the questions that I asked, because that's what community is all about. I hope you learned something new in this one, and I will talk to you on the next video. Thanks so much for hanging out, everybody. Bye.